Welcome back. Well, many American workers say that they are stressed. So how should they try to manage it? There's perhaps no better person to discuss this with than the pioneer of integrative medicine, Dr. Deepak Chopra, who joins us now. Dr. Chopra, always great to have you here with us. Now, we've had multiple conversations just on this show about how American workers are burned out. They feel like they are languishing. How can they better manage that stress of the last year and some of those just generally blah feelings that so many people have right now?
Well, stress is defined as the perception of threat, either financial threat, which is particularly important on this show, but any kind of threat, emotional threat, psychological threat, physical threat. So right now we have a pandemic of stress in the world, and it's causing inflammation in the body due to something called sympathetic overdrive. That part of your nervous system that perceives danger goes out of whack, in a sense. To counteract that, you can take deep breaths, you can sing, you can chant, you can vocalize, you can focus on empathy, compassion, love, equanimity, but most importantly, meditation is the key. So if anyone closes their eyes, they immediately become aware of what we call the internal dialogue. They're thinking about the future or the past. So they're not present to their own self. Meditation counters this internal dialogue, which is always anticipating the future and regretting the past.
Yeah, I'm guilty as charged, doctor. I'm one of those people. Once my head hits the pillow, my mind starts racing. You know, for those of us who might be new to meditation, might think I can't do that. It seems too hard. What are some baby steps we can take to get us there?
Well, I talk about something called the stop formula, STOP. So whenever you're feeling stressed, anytime, you stop. S, stop. T, take 3 deep breaths and smile from your head to your toes. Do it as a ritual. O, observe your breath or sensation in the body. And P, proceed with compassion and awareness. If even that sounds too complicated, press the pause button and observe your reaction to react before you react. Just that one split second of pause between stimulus and response breaks the cycle of stress. Now, if you want to get deeper, check out 21-day meditation with Alicia Keys on the Chopra app, and you'll see all kinds of meditations from 2 minutes to 20 minutes.
So I hear what you're saying about meditation, breaking that cycle of stress. But what if you don't necessarily feel stressed? Is meditation just something that people should incorporate as a part of their everyday daily routine?
That was the original intention by the seers who created meditation. They were not stressed. Living in caves in the Himalayas, they were seeking enlightenment. So the ultimate goal of meditation is to go to the source of thought and access intuition, inspiration, higher consciousness, vision, and ultimately transcendence, to find your true self beyond the mind and beyond the body, what spiritual traditions call the soul.
I know we talk a lot about how our physical well-being is tied to our emotional well-being. How can we use technology? I mean, I know sometimes technology is the source of some of our stress, but how can we use that to help us de-stress our lives, doctor?
I've been doing that with Fitbit recently. So we have meditations on Fitbit, which is an exercise tracker, but also a sleep tracker. And you can instantly check on your Fitbit wristband what your stress level is through electrodermal responses, heart rate variability, breathing, oxygen saturation, and more. And then you can intervene in real time with a breathing technique or a short interrupt or a little bit of reflection or a little bit of mantra practice, and you can see immediately what the effects are. And this is the gift of technology. We're moving from biofeedback to what can only be called bioregulation.
So we're talking a lot about, what people can do on an individual level, really to break that cycle, meditation, practicing mindfulness. I'm curious to know, however, as we're, moving out of this pandemic world, a lot of people are getting ready to go back to work. If there's something that perhaps needs to change within the workplace in the ways that we think about work or manage work, if there's things that employers can do to ensure that their employees aren't always walking around feeling stressed.
This is a very important conversation right now that's happening in the corporate world. What creates corporate well-being? The CEO or whoever is in charge, the leader, has to enlist everybody in shared vision, complement everybody's strengths, create a bond of spiritual and emotional connection, and ensure maximum diversity. And all the data shows that when you have these ingredients, then you have a happy, healthy workplace. If the supervisor ignores his employees or her employees, the rate of disengagement goes up to 40%. On the other hand, if you're criticized, your rate of disengagement goes down to 20%. But if you notice a single strength of an employee, the rate of disengagement goes to less than 1%. This is about $300 billion of economy lost in the United States because the people are unhappy coming to work, and some people are actively disengaged, which means they're not only unhappy, but they come to work to make other people unhappy. I'm involved with a nonprofit called Just Capital, where we actually rate corporations according to what they're doing for their employees. If your employees are happy, then your customers are happy. If your customers are happy, your investors are happy. That creates a good business.
That makes sense. And if you're going to go to work to make other people not happy, do me a favor, just don't come to work. But doctor, as many of us look to going back to the office come the fall or perhaps even sooner, are you hearing that in and of itself is causing some stress as much as we want to get back to normalcy? Is that what you're finding?
Yes, it is something we are finding. At the Chopra Foundation, we have a website called neveralone.love, and we have an AI and a bot that speaks to people, gives them attention, affection, appreciation, and acceptance. And we are actually creating a global network of people offering each other help, resources, and ultimately, I hope, even jobs.
All right. Dr. Deepak Chopra, pioneer of integrative medicine, thanks so much, as always, for joining us. For everyone at home, make sure you try giving meditation a try. I'm going to try it. Alexis, I'm the same with you. I can't meditate very well, so I'm going to have to I'll have to see if I can do that.